Good morning, everybody. Let's make sure my Wi-Fi is on before I get situated, because we don't need no issues today. Alrighty, let's get this party started. Happy Friday to everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day, and I am in a Christmas spirit. I decided I wanted to put on Christmas music this morning. Christmas music this morning. One of my favorites. Oh, cowbell bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say through. Christmas is... Yeah, y'all know that bullshit. So, I was singing to the kids. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold, ding dong dong, that is his own. Anyways, told you I was gonna be wired today. Well, I would like to at least let y'all know I will be cussing doing this shit, and I won't be smoking because I don't feel like buying any. Yeah. Anyway, so today are Wake and Fake It. And this is my coffee. I drank a half a cup earlier. And I was like, I can't go on with just a half a cup. I need a whole cup. So I said, let me fill this shit back up. And I filled it back up. So I'm at 1.5 cups instead of 2. Yeah. So like I said, we gonna cuss, but we ain't gonna smoke. So lucky you. If you don't like me smoking, you get to have a break for a while. So let's get this Friday started right. Because I got to go to work. You know what I mean? All right. And hopefully it's going to be a short video. It's not going to be an hour and a half because now I ain't got to sit here and pause and take breaks. Because I want to smoke. But I know the Divine is going to drive me crazy today. She's been driving me crazy all fucking week. You see what she did yesterday? Yeah, I had to watch my video. Now, I usually don't watch my videos because I'm live. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I can see what I'm doing. That's why I'm looking at myself while I'm doing it. But when you shuffle them cards and look at the screen, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You don't know if you shuffle them right or anything like that. So I'm sitting there thinking like, I shuffled them cards, I cut them cards, and that perfection still came up. The Divine is one crazy bitch. Trust me when I tell you. I don't trust her. You better not either. So, ask your question to the universe today. Let's see what they got to say with these karma cards. And of course, oh yeah, well I haven't really showed y'all because, ain't no point. But if you look at the karma cards, I'm trying to get a good angle on here. There are different colors. And it's are in purple. Houses are in green. And signs are in red. So if you ever see me on the video, say, oh, give me a green one, give me a red one. That's why. Because they're different colors, which is good for me. So today, oh, that's signs. We'll use that one. This is houses. We'll use this one. Planets, signs, and houses over here. Alright, so we got planets. We're going to use Neptune. Signs, Taurus. Again, you know Taurus came up yesterday, everybody. And of course, we're in the 8th house. Taurus came up yesterday. And we have them again today. Alright, so in your spiritual, it says, inspire others with your beliefs as a life or death issue. Inspire others with my belief as a life or death issue. I can say it's life and death, but they not feel it's life and death. So, moving on. You can only tell them what they want to hear. You understand what I say? You can only tell somebody what they want to hear. And I don't mean like hear, like going one ear and out the other. You mean like listen. My opinion. All right, in your mental it says, be prepared to sacrifice for the cost of getting and using power. Be prepared to sacrifice for the cost of getting and using power. In your physical, yielding is the only way to use the most direct way and use other people's resources. Now, how many times we done got to use other people's resources? I'm not using anybody else's resources. I'm using my own. No strings attached, just like what I like to say. So that's your action, and of course the outcome. The idealization of resources to maintain personal power. In your mental, it says confusion regarding the practicality of the mysteries of life. Confusion. Yeah, I'm confused. Always confused. Then, of course, it says in your physical, sacrifice resulting from the productivity of a major change. So basically, I'm going to have to sacrifice something. Am I going to have to sacrifice those rings? Remember yesterday, sacrifice those rings. It looks like I ain't got to worry about that. See, my light's still working. Anyways, so let's get to our main object of the day. Where's he at? Alrighty. Now, of course, my regular is considered to be reference from the Game of Thrones, and they reference this because it's the title of the spread is "I Drink and I Know Things," because that's what the little midget says in the movie. I drink and I know things. Well, I used to say I smoke and I know things, but I'm taking a break. So we're going to go with I drink and I know things. Because I'm drinking my coffee today. All right. All right, let's see what the universe got in store for us. All righty. And you know I like pulling cards, that's why I buy them, so I can pull them. Because I feel like pulling them all. I'm going to do my best not to look at the bottom of this deck. Because I tell you that divine be driving me fucking crazy with that bullshit. Alrighty. So in the first one it says smoking is my indulgence. We're going to kick with the regular flow of things even though I'm not smoking. We're going to use this candle smoke as my smoke. And I'll go get my incense if you really want some smoke. Alrighty. So of course, as you know, smoking is my indulgence. I'm taking a break from my indulgence. So my question is now is what is your indulgence? Now we had some good cards here before. The Lovers, the Sun was yesterday. Let's see what we got in store for you today. Give you a little bit of information real quick. Yesterday, when I was verifying using these cards here, I happened to pull out 2 cards and I didn't talk about them because they were mixed in and I really didn't. I was moving too quick. Like I said, I move too quick sometimes. I know I move too quick. I need to slow the fuck down. But anyways, I had pulled it. Remember the lady? Okay, don't even remember. But anyways, there was 2 cards that I failed to discuss yesterday. And that was the Libra scales adjustment. But it came out with the 2 of coins. And after I cut the video, I was like, oh, fuck. I didn't get that justice with that balance. So it seems so funny to me. Like I said, the divine is a crazy bitch. You got to watch her. And she brings me again with this 2 of coins as my indulgence. Knowing I did not pull that card, knowing that I did not discuss that card yesterday, it's funny to come up today. And if the judgment comes up again, I swear I'm going crazy. You wonder why I fucking smoke. I'm going crazy on everybody. When I don't smoke, my patience is this thin. Don't fuck with me. I'll snap. Like I said, weed calms me down. Makes me think of different ways I open up my mouth. Without it, yeah, you're getting me bluntly. Now in this position we have what you have learned. Let's see what you have learned. My cards are upside down. Let's put them right. Because I'm not going for that today, young lady. You hear me? I'm not going for it today. Alright, so we have the Queen of Spears and what you have learned. Yesterday you had the Empress, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, but like I said, you look like you're sitting there waiting on something. So what did you learn that you are waiting on? We'll see. And in the next position, we have your weaknesses turned into strengths. And with that, we have the King of Coins. Now let's see what we have for your challenges. Y'all see I did something to my hair? Yeah, I brushed it off. Braided it a little bit. Yeah. Alright, so let's see what your challenges are today. Now the magician came out yesterday. He's showing his face today. All I'm going to say is watch this tricky little bastard. Because for him to show up twice in my spread, I'm going to tell you to watch that tricky bastard. Because he's a tricky bitch. Tricky bitch. Trust me when I tell you. Alright. Ooh, I got chills. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Alright. Now let's see what kind of debt you owe the universe. What do you mean by what you owe the universe? Well, in this position right here, like I said, I'm referencing from the Game of Thrones deck. And in this one, it says, Lannister always pays his debt. Can you read it? A Lannister always pays his debt. Now, my question is, have you paid your debts to the universe? Because a bitch like me, like I said, I don't like no debt, especially not with the universe, because you will fuck up some shit in a heartbeat, and I ain't got that stress to want to deal with, if you know what I mean. Because when the tower comes, you're like, what the fuck? I done hit rock bottom. I don't like rock bottom. I don't want to be there. That's why I make sure I keep my debt nice and even, clean slate. But that's enough about me. Let's see what it is about you. You see that, right? What's it say? Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. Universal debt with the Wheel of Fortune. That's a change that you can't you ain't got no say so about. And let's see what the future holds for you. The Three of Coins. And just for shits and giggles, the bottom of the deck, we have, the Four of Swords. We'll put that in the middle. And then again, after that, we have the Four of Cups. I like to let it be known. And we're going to pull some more cards from her a little later. Alright, so let's verify this Two of Coins right here as your indulgence. So you're trying to figure out some type of balance. That's the best way I can put that. If you're trying to balance out something. That's not a choice that needs to be made. It's a balance that you need to do. Balance over head and heart. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, those are upside down. We don't want that shit. Oh no, let's shuffle again. Oh. You seen it, I didn't. And I'm not pulling it. She wanted to come out, she'll pull it out later. It'll probably be pulled. I know how she plays. Alright, so of course we're going to verify with 3 of each. Fucking upside down again. I'm going to keep that one upside down. Fucking with you. This bitch. So, show you the cards so everybody can see. To verify your Two of Coins, which is a balance that needs to be made as your indulgence, you're trying to balance out something. We have this Emperor. Taurus, Aries energy. Very solid. He got a wand in one hand, and he has a material world in the other, with a diamond above his head, standing in front of, I'm going to say, the Tree of Life. But anyways, you have the Emperor here, followed by the Hanged Man. And we discussed the Hanged Man yesterday as well, because we stated that there are things that you need to see from somebody else's perspective. Especially whenever we read our generosity from our connection book, It clearly stated that maybe there's something that you need to see from somebody else's perspective. So I'm going to hope that with this balance of your head and heart that you are learning. You're the emperor, but you're learning how to see things from a different perspective. Now, the emperor, in my opinion, I don't think he sees things from anybody else's perspective. He's like, I'm doing what I want to, I'm going to do what I want. Now, the hangman coming in is like, hold on, bitch, try something different. And then we have the Prince of Stones. Now, your princes are like your pages, so this is a page of solidarity. But what kind of solidarity will you be bringing in is the main question. Because the emperor and the prince, that's pretty close, because in 2 more steps you got the king. In my opinion, the king of stones is very similar to your emperor to a degree. So there's something that you need to balance out and see things from somebody else's perspective. Let's see what this queen got to say. Now, this Queen of Spears, now she's a young lady. She's sitting there and she's waiting for whatever she got coming in. And we done already talked about things. You know you're waiting on your change to come. And she's sitting there, smiles on her face like, yeah, I'm ready, bitch. Bring it on. Let me see what you got. Like you're waiting for your show to start. That's the first thing that came in my mind. Is you're sitting there waiting for your show to start. So I'm going to assume that what you have learned is to be patient with your passion. Only use it when need be. Sometimes you got to wait for things to come to you. And she is waiting for her show to start. Waiting for her show to come to her. All right, now we're even. Let's see what we got here. To verify that, we have the King of Wands. So you're telling me I got the Queen and then my King of Wands verifying her? Now, some would say this will be a soulmate connection. But I'm going to say that you are learning how to balance your masculine and feminine energy. That's what I say. You are learning how to balance your feminine and your masculine energy. And then we have the Four of Wands. Now we all that know that means happy home. A beginning of something solid. Perfection in this case. And would you not say that the Queen and King of Wands is perfection in itself? Fucking Ace of Cups. I know it's not cold in my house. I'm getting chills left and right and the shit's fucking irritating me. Then you wonder why I smoke. Let's get this stuff. Let's get myself together, please. Referencing back to this Ace of Cups. The main thing that I remember from this particular Ace of Cups is that it's not overflowing with emotions. It has a drop going into it, which makes me think that you need to pour yourself into somebody else. Because maybe they don't feel loved. You see, their cup isn't full. So I'm going to assume that they need to be loved. Or it may be you that needs to be loved. So, my main question is are you sitting here as your queen, waiting for your king to come in with a stable foundation, wanting to fill it with love? And over here on your weaknesses that you have turned into strength, you have the King of Coins. But like I said, watch this king. Because the only thing he thinks about is his money. And if you fucking up with his money, you ain't going to be around for too long. Because the King of Coins always thinks about a stable and solid foundation. He doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. He doesn't even have any emotions. May not talk when the time is needed, but he's still the king. To verify that, we have the King of Cups. So now I have two kings. Water and earth. Excuse me. Somebody knocking at my door. How do you pause this shit? Come. I hope I didn't take too much of your time. Whoops, my bad. The fuck did I order? So, the only thing I ordered was an iPod for my daughter. I think this is it. We're going to find out, everybody. And it is. Now, my daughter is how can I say? She breaks up so much shit. Do you know how many devices I have bought for my daughter? She has at least broken 7 devices. Now me with my dumb ass, I said, okay, I'm not going to get you no $30 phone no more. She got a phone. It's $30. She been holding on to it. Because I told her I'm not buying her no good phone. She's what, 9 years old. Don't play with me. Her father decided to get her an iPad. Oh, that's so sweet, isn't it? I think that is sweet too. But he keeps it at his fucking house. Because he don't want her breaking it. Very understandable. You want her to have something to play with when she comes over. Very understandable. But now she's begging me for one because she don't have one to play in this house. She gets bored too. She like to get on her iPad and she like to do things, talk with her friends because her other friends have iPads and iPods or whatever, iProducts. So I'm like, why the fuck would you buy something for her and she can't bring it to the house? She spends 6 out of 7 days here and 1 day a week up there. He's a fucking asshole. My opinion, of course. So I had to let him know it's okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, they gonna have that shit for when they go up your house. But they also gonna have this shit for why they at my fucking house. I'm not gonna treat my kids like that. When I bought them phones, I didn't say, oh no, you can't take your phone to your father's house. Oh no, I don't want you breaking it there. Fucking asshole. So, my baby got her own iPod for home. Fucking asshole. Trust me when I tell you, I'm glad I got out of that bullshit. Love yourself first. Don't let nobody fuck with you. Took me a couple of years to learn that shit. Because I was so much worried about him and his feelings and how he would feel. Bitch, you don't worry about my feelings. You don't give a fuck about me. You don't console me when I need it. Fuck out of here. You got to go. And that's what I did. Oh, yeah. We getting a divorce. You need to move out. Oh, this is my house. Not yours. Beat it. I was supposed to pull 2 more cards. All right. Enough of that bullshit. Now, your weakness that turned into strength, you have the King of Coins. And to verify that, we have the King of Cups, Alchemy, which if I'm not mistaken is Temperance. And then we have the 7 of Cups. So at first I said that this king wasn't coming in with too many emotions, or the king that was sitting here, a weakness that you turn into a strength. So this of course is about you. You're sitting there as a king and a queen, and you have another king coming in with Temperance and the 7 of Cups. A weakness that is turned into a strength. The universe is saying that although you're financially stable, emotionally stable, because of course you have 2 kings. Keep in mind that's your masculine energy, because I said that there's something that you need to balance. Then you have the Emperor and the Prince of Stones up here, and you need to see things from a different perspective. And then over here, and what you have learned, I'm going to say that you have learned to be that King of Coins. You have learned to be that King of Cups. But balance still needs to be made, because you're over here thinking that you're successful with the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is all about illusionary things. And if I'm not mistaken, that 7 of Cups came up yesterday, and I watched my video last night, and the one thing that pointed out to me is you're holding on to something while you're looking at everything else. What do you need to let go of? Because you need to have balance. That Temperance is coming up. You need to have some type of balance. And that's a weakness that you turn into a strength. So I'm going to say that you are learning to have balance. A choice needs to be made. You need to see things from somebody else's perspective. You're sitting here waiting on your king. But still needs to be balanced, because you have too many choices. And then we have the Magician as your challenge. Now the Magician came up yesterday. We verified him. Yeah, he came up with a couple of cards at the end of my deck. And then I said that Magician is you. You need to use all the tools at your balance while you're balancing whatever you're trying to balance. You need to see things from a different person's standpoint. That's why the hangman is there. Because when you see something from somebody else's standpoint, it helps you learn. Because then it makes you think like, why they do what they do. And in the process, you learn. You learn to be the magician, to use all the tools to your advantage. But like I said, watch out because he's tricky. That's a tricky man. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? There's a couple of words to clarify him. He's a tricky bastard. He doesn't say what he wants so he can get a certain reaction. So I'm going to say watch the way he comes, if he comes. But this is your challenge. So this is something that you're challenging. And to verify that, I have all my cards right side up, okay? And I'm going to pull the bottom of this, and I'll let you know why. As a matter of fact, let's show it right quick. Ooh. Queen of Swords. And the reason why I pulled that, for one of my cards was upside down in my deck. And then I have to question because this card has never came out in the reading since I've been using this deck. So my first thought is, why are you upside down? I've never seen you before. Why are you upside down? I never pulled you yet. Why the fuck are you upside down? So in your challenge, you have the Magician. So there's definitely, you're in a position where you have all the tools to your advantage. You're one step ahead of the Fool, if you remember that video. To verify the Magician, we have Death. Now, I done said many times, this is a positive channel. We look at the death as a positive thing. What do you mean by that? Because death is all about a new change. You transforming into a better you. So with the Magician, although you're using all the tools to your advantage as a challenge, you're trying to see things from a different perspective as well as trying to balance whatever your beliefs may be with this Emperor. Now everybody says that's a Scorpio. Thank you. Yes. Light skin Scorp. Yeah, that's me. I'm a Scorpio. So I see this differently than everyone does. Because I transform, I mutate. Some may also say that the Magician is a Scorpio. Because I know how to use all my tools to my advantage. I know how to manipulate. There goes that fucking word. Manipulate. I know how to manipulate when I need to. When I want a certain outcome. Why do I know how to manipulate? Because I have learned to see things from different people's perspectives. And when you learn to see things from different people's perspectives, it's easier to figure out how they're going to react. I read deep into things. I like to know what makes you tick. So, to verify the Magician, we have Death. And then let's focus so y'all can see what I'm talking about. And then this fucking card comes in upside down. And that is the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. That same Wheel of Fortune that's over here in your deck. Yeah. need a smoke. This is why I smoke. So with that change coming in, I'm going to say don't manipulate. Because if you decide to manipulate, that will not turn in your favor. That's why it's upside down. And we all want the wheel to turn in our favor. 35, 35, yeah, I said it. And then of course we have the Three of Cups after that. Overflowing. As you're sitting here as a magician, accepting your death, the wheel is turning in your favor. This is your challenge. You need to accept the death that is coming. Because if you don't accept what's coming, cycles may not turn in your favor. But this is still verifying the magician. So the only thing that I can think of is don't be manipulative in whatever situation you decide to join in on. And I'm sitting here looking at this cup, and I would like to point out, make sure you see it nice, right? See the Three Cups, right? For some odd reason, this right here is being brought to my attention. And the first thing I said is, why are you bringing that to my attention? And then I look over here. And isn't that one single drop going into that cup to make it overflow? Yeah. So, the only thing that I can think of is don't be manipulative whenever a certain situation is brought up to you. Because the universe is trying to show you something to make you a better person. If you choose not to see it, that wheel's going to turn. Alrighty, and over his hair, in this section, this is considered to be debt. Universal debt, as I like to say. Because, you know, I don't like universal debt. No, I don't like owing you. You don't need to owe me. I do positivity to bring positivity in. No negative bullshit. Even amount. I don't want them flipping up like my fucking Wheel of Fortune did. Anyways. So we've been getting some good cards in this, you know. What came through before. The World came through. We have some good cards that usually come out in this position. And the one that had me a little questionable was the Five of Spears. But it is what it is. But today, we have the Wheel of Fortune, as if you have paid your debt to the universe. Now, if I look over here, if you manipulate it, I don't think that wheel is going to turn in your favor. Because that's your challenge. Your challenge is learning how to not to manipulate. And what do you do by not manipulating? You sit there. You wait for the party to come to you. And when the party come in, because the first thing I think of is, you know, with this, what position is this? What you have learned, you're learning how to sit there pretty and wait for your shit. And then to verify that we had a king, which is the opposite of the queen, coming into Four Wands with the Ace of Cups. So that is telling me that your king is coming in, looking for perfection, wanting you to fill his cup. And down here it has you in your challenge position to be the magician, using all the tools to your advantage. But your will is reversed. Your change is coming. The will may not turn in your favor, depending on how you join in with this Three Cups. And the main thing I think about is don't be manipulative. And we have no swords on the table right now. Cups, alchemy, cups. Ooh, we do have a sword, but that sword is pretty good and we need to verify that. But as of right now, we don't have any swords on the table. which means that which goes to tell me is there's not too much truth and clarity in this situation. I got coins, I got cups, I got wands, and I have one sword. But this sword is a calming sword, telling you to go inside and think about something. So let's verify this wheel over here. I'm sorry, we have the Lovers. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have, there go that sword, 9 of Swords. Ooh, 9 of Swords. Ooh. All right. Have you paid your debt to society? Here comes the Lovers again. The Lovers came up yesterday. Same place that Hangman is. And the Lovers is Pisces. My daughter's a Pisces. Very quiet. I'm trying to grow with her and learn. I'm trying to teach her all that I can. Because life is going to hit her like a ton of bricks. And I'm trying to get her ready for it. But the only thing with this Lovers is I want to look to the Hangman. And why do you want to look to the Hangman? It's because the Lovers was in that position yesterday. And the Hangman is there today. Now the Lovers is all about a decision that needs to be made. And next we have the Ace of Wands. Now that's a bright, new, passionate beginning to what? But then we have the 9 of Wands, of Swords, where you're in your head. You're having sleepless nights. I slept pretty good last night, being that I didn't smoke. Took me a while to fall asleep, but I slept pretty good. I can't complain. I didn't wake up with a headache for not getting too much sleep. Cool with me. So with this Wheel of Fortune coming, you have the Lovers. But the Lovers, like I said, I want to go back to that Hangman with the Lovers. Why do you want to go back to the Hangman? Because the Hangman is seeing things from different people's perspectives. And with the Lovers, there's a choice that needs to be made. Ace of Wands is a new passionate energy. And then the 9 of Swords is you being in your head. Not being able to get enough sleep. But moving on to this Lovers. And there's only one reason why I'm pointing this out. And you can see why in a second. So with that Lovers, most likely is a choice that needs to be made. Let's see if we clear that up for you a little bit. No, yes, maybe. How about if I turn it this way? Oh, look at that. So if I turn it that way, let's see if I can go and put it back up. Focus, man. Focus. Can you focus for me? No focus? I got an S9. There. Anyway, you can see what I need you to see. So we're just going to go with it that way. One thing that I like to point out with the Lovers card is, of course, there's a decision that needs to be made. A decision of love. And then you have that wand. Might I add, a decision of love coming out with the wand. So for me to see that, I'm thinking like, oh, there's a new beginning to come in. You're learning how to see things from somebody else's perspective. Somebody that may need their cup filled. And as a lover, it's a choice. You're coming in very passionately. With that Wheel of Fortune as your debt. I'm going to say that you want to come in. You want to start something new. But it has you in your head with the 9 of Swords. So the storyline is continuing. There's a decision that needs to be made and you're stuck in your head about it. Maybe you don't have all the information that you need to make an informed decision. It's the only thing I can go with. Let's see what your future is. Your future is your 3 of coins. We have the 10 of coins. We have the Sun. And we have the 2 of swords. So as your future, the future is saying put in some work. If you put in that work, you will get your 10 of coins. 10 of coins is happy home, happy life. I think it goes great with that 4. So maybe there's some hard work that you need to put in with this cup. Why do you say with that cup? Because of course we have the sun. Now the sun came up yesterday as well as your indulgence. Yeah. Just want to point that out. But one thing I would like to mention with this Lovers is it got that same heart. Look at that heart. Yeah. So I'm going to say put in some work because your happiness is coming. The 10 of Cups, the Sun, 10 of Stones, the Sun, and I like this one because it says what? Peace. The 2 of Swords is you being at peace. Now this one doesn't have a girl in it. She's not crossing her heart. She doesn't have a blindfold on. She can see clearly. So you can see clearly. In a way you're in your head, but you can still see clearly. That's in your future though. So eventually, yeah, something's coming up. All right, let's verify this 4 of Swords. Now this is the card that we decided to pull from the bottom, 4 of Swords. And why is that? Because I just wanted to pull a card from the bottom, so that's the one I decided to pull. Plain and simple. Because I like the bottom cards. The bottom cards mean something, and sometimes they tie into what the fuck I'm doing. And that's what I like about them so much. So let's verify this 4. Okay. So in the middle here you have 4 of Swords. Now with this saying, in your current state right now, if you have paid debt to society, you can't sleep at night. You're going on and on and on about the things in your head. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Swords. So I'm going to say that's an action that you should take. Because you're in your head about something. You know the wheel is coming. It's turning in your favor. Like I said, we have the same shit as yesterday. Your fortune and shit is coming. And it's a choice that needs to be made, and you need to balance your passion, your love, see things from somebody else's perspective, and learn to have balance. But in this position, they're saying, okay, but there's still some things you need to learn, so go lay down. Go lay down. Take some time to yourself. Because the 2 of Wands is there. Now that's Dominion. Now the 2 of Wands is deciding on if you want to, in taking this endeavor, move the other way. It's 2 clear options that you see. You just don't know the outcome of those options. But there's an option that, is there for you to choose. After that, we have the 4 of Coins. Now this is not putting in work. This is holding back. So there's a decision or a choice that needs to be made, and you're holding back. You're debating on if you should 8 of Cups' ass. Walk away from places or things that do not serve you. That's why you're in your head. Because you're still debating on if you want to see things from a different perspective, if you want to change into somebody new. Like I said, don't manipulate. Why are you in your head is the first thing that comes in my mind. Because your outcome looks bright. You're still in your head debating on if you want to put in work or not. You're still holding back. Yeah, that's from yesterday. You're still holding back. And you're still debating on if you should move on. Because it looks passionate. But you don't have the communication that you need in order to make an informed decision. And that's the best way I can think about it, because as I said before, you have no wands on the table. The only two wands, you don't have no swords on the table. And the only three swords that decided to come out all have you in your head. In your head, can't get no sleep, need to make a decision. In your head, you need to get some sleep to figure out your decision. Now, you have to go inside and you need to spiritually figure out what you need to learn and what you haven't learned yet. And then you will have peace with that Two of Swords. Because in this decision making, you can see both of the decisions that you're making. You're not blinded to it. So you need to look in and move on. And just for shits and giggles, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. See, the Five of Swords. Now the Queen was here earlier, and the Queen was here earlier. Sometime at the beginning of the week, the Queen came out, and this card was next, or this card was laid out somewhere in the spread. And what I said with that Queen of Swords is that she cuts out the bullshit that she doesn't need. You see all these swords? They're all cut. Because the Queen cut the bullshit out because she didn't want to be bothered with it. So being that is on the deck, at the bottom of your deck, I'm going to say that there's some bullshit in there that you need to cut out. And it's got you in your fucking head, having you debating on if you want to move on or not. You are the Queen and King. You're something that you need to balance your head over heart with making this decision. Because at the bottom of this deck, see that? We have the Four of Cups. Now that's a decision you're looking at like, should I, shouldn't I? But like I said, don't be manipulative. Then you have the Eight of Coins. So you're debating on if you should put in work with this Knight of Cups. See that? You're debating on if you should put in work with this Knight of Cups. Because he's holding that cup to you. Look at that. He's holding it. He said, are you going to take it? And you're like, oh, should I put in work? Maybe I should. And he's like, I'm coming in a little bit stronger now. Do you want it? He's a knight in this one. Now I'm coming in with my offer. Offer of love. Are you going to take it? And again, she's pondering. See that cup right there? She's pondering if she should take that cup. And look at that. Coming in with stability. Mind you, I got the King of Coins with the King of Cups verifying it. And again, I have the Knight of Coins and the Knight of Cups. And just for shits and giggles, followed by death. So as this change is coming in and you're debating on if you should put in work to it, a change is coming. Because there goes your death. And I'm going to verify these cards, but I want to know what's at the beginning. The next card that I would have pulled would be the Nine of Cups. You feeling smug. You like, why am I even thinking about this? I got this. See, that's you. That's how you feel right now. And I like that. Let's see what's underneath just for shits and giggles. I'm going to stop there. You're feeling like the Nine of Cups, but your Ace of Spades is coming in. See that? Twice. I'm going to stop pulling that shit. Like I said, your chain is coming. And it's bringing a new foundation of passion and love. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. So, how are we going to verify these cards? Ooh, so we have the Four of Cups, Eight of Coins, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Coins. Now, I said this is you debating on if you should take this cup. Right here, it looks like you're going to put work into it because he decided to come on as the Knight of Cups. So in the Four of Cups, he's coming in as just regular old, hey, you want this? And you're like, okay, let's put in some work. He sees that you decided to put in work, so he comes in a little stronger. With a little bit more emotion with the Knight. Like, I got some more love I want to give you. And again, you're standing there debating on if you want to take it or not. And then he says, okay, well, since you're debating, how about I bring in this solidarity too? What I say he was coming in with? Your king is coming in wanting stability and love. And again, he's coming in wanting you to put in the work for his love. You're questioning it. And then he comes in again with some stability. What? Did you just say that? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So let's verify these. We're going to verify with... Okay. We're going to verify that with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. We have the fucking bitch. That you bitch. I shuffled, I know I did, and I cut the deck. Earlier in the beginning of my video, I informed you that there were 2 cards yesterday that I did not read. I pulled them, but I didn't read them. And I already said that the one was a 2 of coins with your adjustment. So, to verify that 4, you're still making a decision, and the universe is saying, don't worry about it. We got that in play too. But keep in mind that whatever's in play, everybody has free will. What do you mean by free will? I'm going to give you an example of free will because this is shit that I'm trying to understand myself. And karma's a bitch. Karma is a bitch. When you do something, it's coming out to you. Because at the end of the day, the universe is trying to teach you something. The main question is what have you learned? And I sit here in my stance and I think a lot. I think a lot. I think a lot. All I do is fucking think. I don't talk to nobody. I think. And in this thought process, I have to see myself. And I use myself as that main tool. Because I know that I am an ever-changing person. I will change my mind in a heartbeat. In a second. But also I know things about myself. And what do you mean by that? Because when we're talking about relationships, everybody has what they like. What they like may not be you. You heard me right. What they like may not be you. And it took me some time to realize that. Because then I got people calling me like, yo, I'm not in the mood for you. I done already told you to leave me alone. Why the fuck are you texting me? Don't call me. I done already said this is something that I don't want to be involved in. I'll let you know the information that you need to, so you can make a decision on to move on. Because I'm letting you know that I'm not giving you anything in there. I'm holding back. Where'd that 4 coins go? I hold back like it's nothing. I put a block on and let you know, like, no, I don't like you. I'm not interested in you. There's certain things about you that I just don't feel like dealing with. Because I done already had to deal with that shit with somebody else. And I noticed that there's certain things that I just cannot stand. But with that knowledge, I also 10001. Boy, I tell you. But with that knowledge, I also have to keep in mind that other people think the same. I may not be their type. So why am I trying to put effort into something when I shouldn't? Because if somebody's putting that effort into me, I'm going to let you know, no, you can keep that shit over there. Lesson learned. You get what you give. So with this 4 cups coming in, wanting you to take this cup, you're still debating on if you shouldn't. The universe is telling you, don't worry about it. Everybody has a choice. The scales will be balanced. And then to verify the 8 of coins, we have death. Again, mind you. I have 3 decks here. All 3 pulled death. You heard me, right? I have 3 decks. All 3 pulled death. So with this 8 of coins, you're learning how to put in work. But when you learn how to put in work, that's going to change who you are. What do you mean by that? Because death is all about changing, going into something better. What does a seed do? The seed is this small. What does it grow into? Something better. And then after it grows into something better, it drops another seed to grow into something better. So in this life of change, you're debating on if you should put in work. And as you put in that work, it's going to change who you are. You're going to see your death in a different way. And then, of course, you got the Knight of Cups coming in. And to verify the Knight of Cups, we have the Prince of Wands. Yeah, Prince of Wands. So you got a Knight and you got a Prince. You fucking up my cards, man. Yeah, it's you fucking up my cards. Y'all see him? He want to show his face today. He like getting petted. Oh, see? Then he turned around. Right, I'm petting him on his neck. Then he gonna turn around and didn't want me to pet him on his butt. He got dry skin. Yeah, I know, baby. I know you do. All right, back to the storyline. So with this Prince of Wands verifying this Knight, although that Knight's coming in with love, I think he wants to use his wand. Only thing I can think of when it comes to a man. Could you please let me put the head in? Let me put the tip in. And you're sitting there as a queen like, I don't think so. And to verify that, we have the 7 of Cups. So again, you're still like, I have all these decisions to make. What should I do? Ooh, you's a bad bitch. You's a bad bitch. Let's verify this a little bit more deeper, please. Now we have the Queen of Cups that decided it wanted to show itself. And we got a nice little storyline going on with this Queen of Cups to dive more in, depth about this situation. And to verify that Queen of Cups, you have the 7 of Cups. Debating on if you should, well, not illusionary, in your head, having dreams. You have all these cups. But as I said earlier, you're holding on to some of those cups. And you're still waiting on that last one. If you add 1 to the 7, you have 8, depending on if you want to walk away or not. And if I add these cups together, the way she's looking, that would equal 8 cups. And you're debating on if you should walk away or not. As I already said, you're debating on accepting that cup. May look pretty, but so do the other ones. And you're still trying to figure out which one to use. And then next we have the Knight of Coins. So like I said earlier, the Knight's coming in with the cups and you're still debating it. So he comes in with some foundation. So, like I said, after that you have death. And I don't even want to look at what's under there because I will be here all fucking day. Alright, so after that Knight of Coins, to verify that, we have the 5 of Cups. Disappointment. So although he's coming in with a nice, solid, stable commitment, you're still looking at your cups that are spilled out. Maybe you're looking at the past like you don't want it. But as your weaknesses that you turn into strengths, you have the King of Coins with the King of Cups, letting you know you need to have balance regarding this decision. Now this Knight of Coins may be coming in, wanting to offer you that stable foundation, but maybe in the back of his head, it's just like you. See, this is you. You're in your head debating on if you should make that choice as the Queen. You have all these cups that you have a choice to make, and it's got you in your head about this Knight. And I can also say that the Knight is feeling the same way because he's worried about all the spilled milk, but he's still coming in with a solid foundation. But this is what you have learned. Your weakness that turned into a strength. Again with that Seven of Cups and Temperance. So there's some balance that needs to be made regarding this King of Cups and this King of Coins. And to verify the Death card, because I said that's you. You're still changing. You're waiting on that change to grow. And to verify the Death card, we have the Sun. The same Sun that came out in your future. On if you should put in work. So to verify the Death card, you have the Sun. Enlightenment to your change. Ooh. And then the other two cards I pulled from the top, just for shits and giggles, we had the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Spheres. I'm like, okay, that's you. You're in your Nine of Cups stance. And I'm going to say this Ace is coming through. Very passionately. And to verify that, we have the Four of Swords with the Unknown. So, although you're in your Nine of Cups stance, feeling smug about what you have accomplished in love, the universe is saying you haven't learned everything that you need to learn. Because your four swords came up earlier. And it said that there was a choice that needed to be made on if you put in work or hold back, and you're walking away from things that don't serve you. So the question is you need to rethink the situation. Because although you're feeling smug, it's still saying something you haven't learned. So you can sit at this table all you want, but now we want you to go relax. You done been through a good deal of struggle, but you still need to go inside because there's something that you don't know yet. And I'm going to say that the unknown is all about this new beginning coming in. That's why it's unknown. It's because debating on what the other person does, because we all have self-will, we all have choices. So debating on what that other person does, that's why it's unknown. That's why you're in your head. Because you're not communicating to that other person. Although you want to, you're not. But I'm trying to figure out why the fuck is he showing up if you're not talking to him? How are you going to come at me with this nonsense if you're not communicating? You can't bring me love. You can't bring me stability without communication. I want it all. Like I said, I'm the magician. I already have it all. And since I have it all, I want it all. My opinion. Shits for giggles, just shits and giggles. On the bottom of this deck, we have the Hermit. So like I said, there's something that you need to go inside and you need to look for, because although you're feeling smug, this new passionate beginning is unknown because somebody else has not made the decision. Now it says here that they look like they made a decision to come in and talk to you. But if they came in and talked to you, you wouldn't be in your head. Because communication lines will then be open for you to discuss what the issues were. And nothing is being discussed. 11122. 11122. Bottom of the deck, like I said, the Hermit. And what is the Hermit looking for? He's looking for something. He's looking for that star. But my question is what is that star to you as the Hermit? What are you looking for? And under that is the Three of Cups. The same Three of Cups that's down here that I said, look at that drop. It wants you to put a drop into his cup when he comes. It's the only thing I can think of. And let's see what's at the bottom of this deck. Oh, Five of Swords. Let's see what's under that, because I'm curious. What did that say? The Four of Swords. So again, I done pulled the 1, 2, 3 decks, and the Four of Swords came up 3 times. Truce on this deck. So like I said, you need to go inside with that Hermit, and there's something that you need to manifest. Because all I see is one person on the table with them being in their heads. No communication is being given at all. Let's see what the Divine Masculine has to say about the situation today. Now, I like to do my Divine Masculine energies because, of course, it's different than the Divine Feminine. And the Divine Masculine, as this Emperor, and I'll show you. See that little gold baldy hand he has in his hand? Yeah. That gold ball represents the laws of the earth. The laws of the earthly realm. And he has mastered that. Go sit the hell down. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Y'all see my Louis? He's ready to go. And I'm like, I already cleaned my car. I don't want him in my car. Because, you know, different people are who they are. And you have to accept them for who they are. Especially if you decide you want to be friends with them. You have to be able to accept them for who they are. Now, me on a regular day, I got the dog in the car. I got hair. I got lint and everything else in my car. Because at the end of the day, I'm the only one in my car. I clean it when I feel like it. And if I don't feel like cleaning it, I won't. But since I'm going to a function tomorrow, and I'm going to be picking up somebody else, I don't want somebody else to have to deal with my shit. Especially since they're not used to dealing with my shit. Because usually when they get in my car is clean. I'm not going to have that lady get in my car be a mess. I know who she is. I know how she is. And being that I know that information, where's it at? I see things from somebody else's perspective. And in turn, that changes me. That's because I am the magician. You're a light-skinned Scorpio. Yeah, honey. Yeah, honey. That's me. Alrighty. So, let's see what the Divine Masculine has to say about this today. Because I like his energy. And then we'll go ahead and do the Divine Feminine's energy next. So, let's see what the Divine Masculine would like to say. Don't you eat my shit. He would like to say, you see it. We already pulled it with the Wheel of Fortune. I love it when they verify my cards. Ooh, King of Coins. Two cards have been verified because I only pulled 3 cards from this deck. 2 of the ones I already pulled came up. Lastly but not least, we have the what? Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands has also came up twice and now 3 times. I'm going to hide that one for last. Yeah, I looked. I'm going to hide that one for last because I want to see what this Deviant Moon pulls. Now, I ain't going to lie, I have not read this book yet. So please excuse me if I get this wrong. But I will verify just to make sure that I'm right. So what the Divine Masculine is saying, it's okay. There's a choice that needs to be made. Although it may not smell that good, you still want it. You want to know why? Because whoever it is has your heart. You see that? He got perfume because the bitch stink. But he loves her because what does she hold? His heart. And then we have the King of Coins again. And to go back and verify the King of Coins, it keeps on showing up. So I'm going to say that your King of Coins may be that lover that stinks, gets on your fucking nerves. But he's coming in with a new passionate beginning. And keep in mind that the new passionate beginning is unknown. So, let's verify this, lovers. Using my Deviant Moon, of course. Let's see if I get this shit right today. Because I got it wrong yesterday. So let's see what we got in store for us today. And just because I want to, we're going to do 2 for each. So 2, you bitch. I would like to mention that I now have the Hermit that has came up twice. As well as Death. No, that's not Death. Is that Death? That's Death. Look at this Death card. I'm going to show you the difference between them all. And just because I want to. Just because I want to. Where's the last one at? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, where are you? Here we go. So to verify your lovers, we have, first off, the Death card. Here, I'm going to show it to you so you can see it. Because it's very crazy. See her? She's stepping on that child. But she also has another one in her belly. So again, we have the Death card. To verify your lovers. That's because you're changing into something different. But the universe also wants to say that you need to go inside and be that hermit. Because there's something about the situation that you haven't seen yet. The same hermit that came over here. So with this lovers, your change is coming. But the universe, the Divine Masculine, is still saying go inside. Because there's something that you haven't seen yet that you need to see. And then, of course, next, we have the King of Coins. Now, we've already verified this King of Coins. It came out with the King of Cups, with Temperance, and the 7 of Cups. Letting you know that with this King coming in, that you need to have to balance. something, your head and your heart, your emotions, because there's choices that need to be made. And to verify that, ooh, is that 6 of Wands? Yeah. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Wands. So to verify your King of Feathers, we have the 8 of Wands. Give me a second. I gotta think about what the 8 of Wands means. 9? 9 of Wands. Under this Death card is a Hierophant. So there's definitely something that you need to go inside and learn. And then you have the 9 of Wands. So although this king is coming in, his passion has dwindled away. Because look, they're all up there. This is everything that he has collected. Look at all that. He has 8. But here he got that 1 that's still lit. This is the only one he's using. And look at his face. He said, this is mine. I got everything else. That's all in the past. But this is the one I'm focusing on. So is it fair to me to say that your King of Coins is focusing on that Ace Wand? And that's why it's unknown? Because he's still debating and thinking on what action to take next. And with that you have Justice. As I already said before, your justice is coming in with this person, but it all depends on how he decides to come in and use that wand. Because right now, your Ace of Wands is unknown. Your Ace of Wands came out with the Wheel of Fortune, with the Lovers, again. So, whenever whoever decides to come in and use this wand, the future is all going to be determined on how he uses it, because right now it's unknown. But no matter what, justice is coming. And the next Divine Masculine would like to show you that Ace of Wands again. The Ace of Wands is verified with your King of Cups. Hear me again. Your Ace of Wands is verified with your King of Cups. Your King of Cups came up with your King of Coins over here. And your King of Coins is over here debating on how he should use his wand. And then, of course, you had your King of Coins over here being verified with your Queen and having balance with Temperance. So we already had one King of Coins that was verified with the King of Cups. We have another King of Coins that came out with the Ace of Wands that's being verified with the King of Cups. And you're still the fucking Queen. Where did the other card go that came out with this? goes. Almost hid the bitch. See, that's what I did yesterday. I hid the cards and I didn't realize that, you know, I had pulled them out or whatever. But to also verify this ace, here we go with the bullshit. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So with this 8 of Wands, it's still coming in with this King of Cups. So whatever brand new beginning is coming in very passionate, very emotional with the King, but not too emotional. But in my opinion, very direct. And it will again have you in your head with the 8. Debating. It got you in your head because you don't know all the information that you need. And you're like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Like I said, there needs to be some type of communication, and communication is not being given at this time. You can come in passionately with an Ace of Wands all you want, but your justice will be served depending on how you come in. Because if you don't come in as a changed man, ain't no point in you coming this way. And that's why the unknown is there, is because depending on how you come in with this Ace of Wands, bitch like me will kick your ass to the curb. And just for shits and giggles, because you know I like to shit and giggle, I'm going to pull you both cards that we have at the bottom of this deck, because I decided to flip them over just so I wouldn't forget to pull them. In the bottom of your Zombie Tarot deck, we have the World. I don't like to pull the next cards under that because I will fucking go on, especially if they make sense. But in your Zombie Tarot, at the bottom of the deck, you have the World. Is your world coming to an end? Or is your cycle changing? But being that this other Wheel of Fortune came in the reverse, my question to you is which way is your cycle turning? Because we have the World, which is all about cycles. And under that we have Judgment. With the 3 of Swords. And the Devil. And to end that off again, the 4 of Cups. But, like I said, the world is changing. Judgment will be served. And it might have them in the 3 of Swords. But with the Devil, it's like, what are you indulging in with that 3 of Swords? So, the Divine Masculine would like you to know that the world, your cycle's changing and judgment will be served. But judgment again, like I said, that judgment will be served. And look at that. I got to point it out. Look at that. You got your 2 lovers underneath. So I'm going to say that this cycle, along with this judgment coming in, definitely has something to do with your lovers. Because, of course, you have your lovers here. Because, you know, that shit stink over there. And, of course, you have your lovers here. And under the Deviant Moon deck, we have the 10 of Cups. Now, what do I keep on pointing out to you about that 10 of Cups? Is that little bitch right there got a coin, that little bitch right there got a wand. And these are all about pages. And if I'm not mistaken, the Page of Coins came out. Did the Page of... Oh, and the Page of Cups. Oh, we got coins and cups today, but I didn't get no Page of Wands today. But it doesn't matter because you see that wand up there? That wand is coming through. So you got coins and wands coming through accompanied with a lot of emotions. Which in my opinion is a good thing. Underneath that for chits and giggles, this is a wand. That's 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's your 7 of Wands. That's not a good place to be with the 7 of Wands because if I'm not mistaken, that's lies, deceitful, spying. Ooh. And under that, we have the Page of Cups. Is that the same page that came up? Yeah, Page of Cups. For shits and giggles, under that we have the Knight of Wands. What'd I tell you? These Wands or Cups are coming through strong. And just for shits and giggles again, we have the Wheel of Fortune, you bitch! See, this is the shit I'm talking about. Keep in mind that there's some change coming. Justice will be served. Your will, this is a positive one because it's coming. It's yeah, I'm going to say you got to watch out for this one because you don't know which way it's going. And under that we have the Page of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune, the will, your judgment, justice, adjustment. That's justice. It's coming. All the decks say so. Now let's get with your Divine Feminine. Oh, no, not these ones. These ones verify her. Let's go with these ones. And that's why I looking at the bottom and like going through. Because they will show you some shit that you don't even think about. Because it's all following the same thing. You got messages coming in of love. Passionate love. Because you keep on getting these cups, these coins, and wands. And as I keep on saying, there's no truth in this. Because you have no fucking swords coming up. And just for shits and giggles, the next card that would have been pulled is a Five of Cups. Followed by the Chariot. Well, we all know about that Five of Cups. Looking at your spilled milk. But then the Chariot's coming over. We done already talked about the Chariot for the last 2 days. And under your Zombie Tarot, we have the... What's that? Six of Wands? Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. And then we have... I dropped it. Let me pick it up. Queen of Coins. Like I said, for shits and giggles, I like to pull them too, just to see what they are. And you have the Knight of Wands with the Queen of Coins and the Queen of Swords after that. Oh, now you want to talk some bullshit, but that's the Queen. So I'm going to say that the Queen right now is the one that's going to talk. And this other one ain't talking too much about nothing. I can't stand somebody that don't talk. That's the only reason why you're in your fucking head about shit. That's the only reason why you're cutting off shit as a Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords popped up twice. Yeah, keep that in mind. Because I said that she cuts that shit out. But she's staying hidden. So that lets me know that you're cutting shit out. If it's coming to you the wrong way, but it's hidden. And he just ain't coming through with no fucking communication. Alright, so let's see what your Divine Feminine has to say today. And she has to say that, yep, Nine of Swords, yep, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, she got the Three of Cups. That's the third time or fourth time that the Three of Cups wanted to show his face. We will say that. Under the... I got to show it to you, honey bunches. Under that Three of Cups is what? The Sun. When I tell you my cards match up, bitch, my cards match up. And at the beginning, if we would have pulled the next, we got the Seven of Wands with the Devil. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that masculine pulled that Devil. And I guess the Queen wanted you to see it as well. And there goes the Queen of Pentacles again. I told you I got issues. These bottom of the decks and the next cards that's popping up. Man. Four Cups. So you got the Nine of Swords. Not being able to sleep like, hey, stop that shit. He ain't got no fucking fleas. I got rid of the fleas. Now his skin is dry and he just wants to scratch at it. Sorry. So like I said before, you have the Nine of Swords. The Divine Feminine is letting you know that you're still in your head about something. And the only reason why you're in your head is because you don't have the communication that you need. But the Hierophant is here. Now the Hierophant discusses of many things. But the Hierophant is, maybe you need to talk to your elders. Maybe you need to pray. Maybe you need to go inside and think about what choices you should make. Because then we have the Ten of Wands. Now the Ten of Wands is different in this picture. Because it's like now he's like being defeated, like the swords. Like, oh no, don't come at me with that bullshit. Usually Ten of Swords is walking away. This one is more like, oh no, don't come at me with that bullshit. So, although you're in your head, there's something that you definitely need to learn with the Hierophant, because under the Death over here was the Hierophant. With the Ten of Wands. And to verify, and then the Three of Cups at the bottom. The same Three of Cups that we've been showing up all day with that extra drop. So the Feminine is saying, get out your head. We don't like these sleepless nights. With the Hierophant, she's saying, go inside. There's something that you haven't learned yet that will probably get you out of this Nine of Swords feeling. But then it got you also feeling like the Ten of Wands. Now this Ten of Wands is different because usually it's about moving on, and this one's like everybody is overpowering him. Like, no, he just wants to get away. And to verify that, we're going to do the same thing as the masculine, and we got 2 for each. So to verify your Nine of Swords, we have the Four of Pentacles, which is holding back, and the Queen of Wands. Now going over to that other Queen of Wands, like I said, she's sitting there. She's waiting for her play to start. But in the back, you're still in your head. Although you're waiting on your will to turn, you're waiting on your future to turn, it still has you in your head. It still has you holding back as you sit there with the Queen of Wands. A Queen of Wands is supposed to be full of passion and energy, and yet and still she's holding back because she's stuck in her head. I think that's fair to say. Then we have the Hierophant. Now the Hierophant is like, right now I want to say marriage. I don't usually like the Hierophant as marriage. But the Hierophant is more of your church guy. You know, he's smart in those ways. He conforms to society. But with that, you have the Nine of Pentacles. And the Moon. So whatever you're holding back with the Moon, I'm cool with you holding back. There's secrets that are there, and you are unaware to the secrets on the other side, so therefore you're stuck in your head. And with the Four of Coins, you're holding back. And I can understand you wanting to hold back. You're taking an upper level to yourself as being the Hierophant, knowing when to engage, when to not engage, when to teach and when not to teach. Because it has you in the Nine of Pentacles stance. Like that Nine of Cups. Two both positive nines. You're joyous in your own state. You have what you need to succeed. You're stable. And then to verify this Ten of Wands, we have the Three of Swords, which of course is heartbreak, with the King of Wands. Now the King of Wands has already came out with the Queen of Wands, might I add. At the beginning, on what you have learned, you're in the Queen of Wands stance, and you got this King of Wands coming in with the solid foundation, but wanting his cup filled. And to see that the King of Wands came out again with the Queen of Wands, because the Queen is in her head. And then you got the King over here. Now that's a suit. We would say that's a soulmate. But that King of Wands is verifying this 10. And now this is different from your regular 10. Your regular 10 is walking away, but he's taking it. He's laying down. It's like, oh no, I don't want it. I don't want it, but I got to deal with it. I got to deal with it. And then there goes that heartbreak. And after that heartbreak, he comes in as that King of Wands. Wanting to come in and offer you stability with passion and love. And then on the bottom, just to shits and giggles, we have the Nine of Cups, followed by the Nine of Swords again, you being in your head, followed by the Two of Pentacles. And we're going to stop at the Two of Pentacles because that Two of Pentacles will bring us right back to the beginning. Because the Nine of Swords is you being in your head. The Nine of Cups is already came out. And when the Nine of Cups came out, right here, to verify that was your Four of Swords. You going to take a rest and relax. The same Four of Swords that came out over here. So with that being said, you're feeling, you are a victorious person in every single right. And all these nines were definitely close to you. Got the Nine of Cups. You got the Nine of Swords. What's that, Nine of Coins? And the Nine of Coins. And there goes back with that balance. There's something you need to balance out about your head and heart. The universe is saying that with this change you need to go inside. Because it may be a good future. Maybe marriage or whatnot involved. But at the end of the day, you need to see things from somebody else's perspective. Because the Hierophant knows all. Not all. He knows some. Three. The Sun, the Empress, the Hangman, Four of Cups, and there goes that Seven of Cups again. So whenever you decide to join into this celebration with this Three of Cups, as you change the way you think and become the magician, the Three of Cups is reminding you again that it's still here. And after that, you have the Sun. So your happiness is coming. Then you have the Empress to match your Emperor. But the Empress is pregnant. I don't like that. But she definitely matches the Emperor with the decision that you need to make. And we ended out with a decision that's in your indulgence. You have the Sun, the Empress that matches the Emperor. Again with the Hangman. Did you notice that? At the bottom, I got the Emperor with the Hangman. At the beginning, I got the Empress with the Hangman. At the beginning, I got the Emperor with the Hangman regarding a choice that you had to make. So I'm going to say that the Emperor also needs to see things from a different perspective, just like the Empress. Alrighty, I think we done had some fun today. Now let's get with my chakra cards. Now I watched my video yesterday regarding my chakra cards. And might I say, I shuffled, I cut, and the divine still wanted to pull up that perfect card. Because I watched that video. I was like, hold on, I got to figure out what the fuck she done did. And the bitch is bad. I tell you, the bitch is bad. You seen I shuffled? No cards in my hand. And today we have confusion. Yeah, I'm very much confused. Confusion. Confused. Oh, I don't want to rip my bag now. We have confusion. Now I read confusion before. Look at that. I flipped straight to the page. Page 78. 8 and 7, that's 2, that's 15, that's 5 and 6. 6 is a nice even number to deal with because it has its both positive and negative effects to it. And that's probably why you're in the stage of confusion. Every silver lining has a cloud. Jana climbs Faith Mountain in dense fog. You know, there was fog this morning too. It was supposed to rain today, but whenever I open up the doors, being that the temperature is the way it is outside, there was a lot of fog outside. And I'm definitely near the water, so it's a lot of fog outside this morning. So it's funny to see that this confusion is coming up with a lot of fog. Coincidence? Coincidence. Boy, I tell you. Wondering whether her decision to leave her boyfriend was the right one. There is another man waiting in the wings. There always is. Silver cloud surrounds her, and it is cold and scary. Despite her confusion, she keeps climbing. As she reaches the summit, the fog clears, revealing the town far below. With Silver Cloud's help, she has journeyed much further than she realized. She now knows what to do. She begins the long journey home to reclaim her love. Through the willingness to be in confusion, we find clarity. Through the willingness to be in confusion. I have said many times that you are in your head about something. You need to go and rest with this Four of Swords. I done said over and over again that there is no communication being held, and therefore you are in your mind about some bullshit. And here goes the book to clarify that some more. Through the willingness to be in confusion, we find clarity. So right now, your clarity, as I said before, with this ace coming in, is unknown. That's why you're in your head, because it's unknown. But soon you will have clarity, as I shall as well. There is nothing to solve. Meditation and quiet time will bring you clarity. Meditation and quiet time will bring you clarity. Ain't that what the hermit does? The hermit meditates. And the hermit came up. I know it did. It came up twice today. And like I said, you are the magician. So please take some time inside. You will find your clarity. Can I see confusion as a good thing? Can I learn to let go of needing an immediate outcome? Can I learn to let go of needing an immediate outcome? Yes, you can. It's called patience. And sometimes you need to block off whatever is causing that confusion and worry about something else. That's what I do. I'm so stuck on something, I'm like, okay, change is coming. I need to put my attention into something else, because me putting in my attention into one thing isn't working out. So I need to go ahead and put my attention into something else. My opinion. Key ideas: allowing confusion, spiritual support, consequences of actions, and finding love. I want to find love. I do so bad. I do. But only time will tell. Because if it ain't right, I don't want it. Like I said, everybody has a choice. And that's where free will come into place. It's because if you come my way and I don't want it, guess what? I'm going to send you away. Because I don't want it. And then the universe is going to be like, bitch, we sent that to you. You said you didn't want it. And then I'm going to tell the universe, bitch, I don't work for our God. I'm not taking care of another man. Tell him he better get his shit together before he comes in this motherfucking door. Because I done already did that before. I'm not doing this shit again. You bring me in something equal or something better that helps me grow. If you can't do that, I don't need you. Because I'm all about growing. I want to grow every day in every way. There are things out there that I don't know about that I want to know. And ain't nobody going to give it to me. I got to get it myself. And the card that we have today is courage. And you know, I like my purples right. Courage. Ain't that nice? Yeah, look at that. Yeah. With confusion, you will have courage. Give me my books. We at the butterfly. Courage. Courage, the cowardly dog. Did I get that right? Courage is on page 23. What does that equal? 5. Courage is what? On page 5, right? Right? I would like to point out that. What number is that? Yeah. And what does confusion say? Meditate. Meditate. So. Oh, fuck you, bitch. 23. Courage. 2 fucking hours? I need to be... And I ain't got no fucking weed. See what I mean? 2 fucking hours. I ain't never been 2 fucking hours. 150, 113, 151, 15. Watch yourself. I'm quick with the bullshit. Ain't nobody gonna watch me that fucking long. Your card reminds you that you do have the courage to make this change. Everything you've been through in life has taught you how to cope and be strong in the face of the unknown. You've learned that being positive and having faith are necessary tools to overcome fear and disappointments. Didn't I tell you you need to be the magician? Because with that change, you will always have fear because everybody fears their death. It's coming. Where was I? You know more now than when you made your original decision. That's because, why do you know more now than you may have made when your original decision? Because you came out as a hangman twice, which means that you need to learn things from other people's, positions. Perhaps you could have uncovered this information with a little more investigation. Ain't that 7 awards come out? Yeah. 7 of Wands came out. Is that it over there? No, it's 7 of Cups. What is the 7 of Wands all about? Spying. Anyways, so I guess you didn't spy hard enough. Perhaps you could have uncovered this information with a little more investigation. That's why you're still in your head. That's why you need to be the Hierophant. Because there's something in there that you haven't learned. The Hierophant, he has learned what he knows. And although they keep on saying that you need to go inside and you need to think, there's things that you haven't learned yet. Nonetheless, the circumstances unfolded as they did for a higher purpose. Like I said, justice coming in, your Tower coming in, the Ace of Wands with the Ace of Cups. Nonetheless, the circumstances unfolded as they did for a higher purpose. You want to know why? Because everybody has a choice of free will. Learn from your former actions so that in the future you take your time doing research prior to making decisions. In the meantime, know that changing one's mind is an option for us all. Oh. Oh no. I done fucked up everybody. Because I'm reading you the stuff from the page before, which was changing your mind. And there's a reason why that came up. I like to look at everything. I didn't make no mistakes. No, I didn't make a mistake. I may think I made a mistake. The divine knows damn well I didn't. Because we have been talking about confusion and you going into yourself to figure out what death is coming, what justice is coming, and how the will turn in your favor. So I guess she's telling you that you might need to change your mind on something. You need to change your mind on how you see things and learn to see them from another person's perspective with that hangman. Okay, now back to the original courage. Your card reminds you that you do have the courage to make this change. Everything you've been through in life has taught you how to cope and be strong in the face of the unknown. because the unknown's coming. And having faith are necessary tools to overcome fear and disappointment. Because right now you are confused. Take this change 1 minute at a time and try not to look too far down the road. Don't look down that rabbit hole. It will get you stuck. Especially if attempting to predict the future brings up anxiety for you. A word of advice, don't try to predict the future. Because when you try to, the universe says, bitch, you got that bad karma from a couple years ago. You ain't getting that. You won't get it. Trust me when I tell you. Especially if attempting to predict the future brings up anxiety for you. After all, you can plan for the future, but you can only take charge of this present moment. You heard that? You can plan all you want for the future. And that's so funny. I'm going to tell you a story. Oh, that's funny as shit. After all, you can plan for the future, but you can only take charge of this present moment. So take positive action. So take positive action steps today toward your desired outcome. And know that you will have everything you need in each moment that follows. So you have to have courage to move on. And my funny story was, the first thing that came to my mind is I used to mess with somebody. And he was like, yeah, I got a 5-year plan. What do you mean by a 5-year plan? He said, yeah, I got a 5-year plan. I got this, I got this, I got this. This is what I want to grow and yada, yada, yada. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you thought about this 5-year plan by yourself. With only yourself and, of course, your children in mind. But as you grow, you look for a loved one. You didn't input any of that loved one into your 5-year plan. So, when that loved one comes in and interrupts that 5-year plan because things that are out of your control that you did not realize, was it worth it? You may even bring in somebody that's going to take away your 5-year plan. Makes you think, doesn't it? With that being said, I don't like anybody that don't plan things with me in mind. Because you made that plan without me in mind then. And now that I'm here, I'm still not in mind on your plan. And you want to know why? Because I wasn't supposed to be there from the get-go. And what do? I move the fuck on. Because I'm a person that needs to know everything. And if you're hiding things about your 5-year plan with me, because I'm going to release one hand, and I'm going to let you see what happened. You see that? One card came out. Let's put you nice and close up on that one card that decided it came out. What's that say? Generosity. Yeah, that card came out yesterday. I just want to make that known to everybody. And I'm going to keep it there. Because the universe is still telling us, be generous, honey. Be generous. Give to those in need. And I'm not going to go for that today because that came out yesterday. I want a new card because I want to know what all these cards mean. So I'm going to ask the universe to give me one more card. And these are pretty new. They're a little hard to shuffle, so please have some patience with me. And we're going to pull one out for the middle, because in the middle of the day, the universe is still saying have some generosity about yourself. What's that card? Ooh, look at that purple. I like that purple, don't you think? That purple matched pretty good with the courage. I think so. Nice purple cards, yeah. And I like my Oracle cards, so let's see what she has in store for us today. 35, which is 8. It says personal transformation. 8's a good part. 8's a good place. 35. Oh no. Over here in the beginning. So 35 is personal transformation. Is on page 62. How come I getting all these matching numbers? Yesterday it was 10 and 28. This time, because 10 and 28, of course, equals 10 and 10. Think about it. See, this is card number 10, which was on page 28. This is card number 35, which is on page 62. 35 is an 8, 62 is an 8. I just want to point that out. Personal transformation, which is on page 62. Your soul is assisting you with creating change to align with your life's purpose. Ganesha is pointing to the heavens and encouraging you to be open to new ideas and the growth of your spirit. Listen to the still, small voice within. You may have been feeling a strong desire to obtain or experience again a sense of meaning, inspiration, or purpose in your life. This is likely a time in which you are making some significant adjustments in your life. These adjustments are helping you in the process of changing yourself from the old to the new you, and you will soon benefit from a fresh perspective on life. I can't wait till I become a new me. I wonder what it's going to bring. In my opinion. You are in a great place now for honoring the person who you truly are or want to be, rather than simply following a routine that has little meaning to you. This is a profound spiritual journey that you are experiencing, which brings greater meaning and purpose into your life. This will renew your inner energy, eliminate everything in your life that is not essential to your transformation. I have brought that death up so many times today. Your transformation is coming. Oh, where'd it go? This will renew your inner energy, eliminating everything in your life that is not essential to your transformation. Realize that some of your activities may be in place simply to act as a buffer or distraction from what is truly important. Didn't I just say that? I said that I need to focus in on something else because I know that there's a change coming. And I know what I've been focusing on from the beginning is not right because it's not bringing anything good into my life, and I need the 8 of Cups that ass. And I said that. Yes, I did. Allow the changes that are taking place and trust that a period of greater calm and stability will follow. I can't wait. Ganesha is calling you to your destiny. Your calls for guidance have not gone unnoticed, and you will ultimately find what you are yearning for. What am I yearning for, Ganesha? Love in all aspects. I want it all. I'm looking at this card. See how she's just balancing the planets? That's my opinion. See how they're balancing two, and this one with that one. Well, that is our time today. So it looks like without weed, my ass talks faster. 2, 3, 4, 7 was when I looked. 20347. Anyways, 2 fucking hours. I can't believe I stayed on this shit for 2 hours. Ain't nobody watching me. And ain't nobody gonna sit here for 2 hours looking at my pretty face. Happy Friday to all. I got to get to work. It's the weekend, baby. And I ain't got shit to do. So till Monday, I hope you all have a good weekend. And again, it looks like we're still on the same flow. Your change hasn't come in and it still got you in your head. You're trying to find a balance of things, but you're still in your head. A decision needs to be made. You need to look at things from a different perspective and go and rest. I say go and rest, but I know I'm not going to go and rest. I got to get out and got some work to do today. Enjoy your weekend all. Until Monday, y'all be safe.